So I wanted to share something with you that is really important to me and that I do pretty much every single day. And that is drawing in one of my sketchbooks. I've got quite a few on the go at once. They're all sort of around this nice A5 size. And if you swipe over, I will talk through each of the books with you. So this is probably my favourite type of sketchbook. It's Winsor & Newton. It's a watercolour sketchbook A5, 300 GSM I think, the paper. So the pages are nice and thick and I can do basically pretty heavy mixed media on both sides of the paper. So you can get a lot of use out of it. What I like to do with this one is put paint swatches down when I've got leftover paint from something else, and then I come back later and I've got something to sort of work with, which is a really good idea, especially if you struggle with where to start. In a sketchbook, if you've got something already on the page, it can really help you start. So I tend to do a mix of the watercolor, like illustration over a paint swatch with things like shells. Again, this is a paint swatch with the drawing, another shell, and then this was a paint swatch that I've then drawn over. This is my current watercolor sketchbook, and I'll just go through and show you. You'll see again, it's a mix of straight watercolor illustrations with work over paint swatches. And with the watercolor illustrations, I tend to go over them, that's acrylic paint, I tend to go over them with many of my art materials. So pens, pencils, paint pens. And this, as you can see, I've got a paint swatch ready to do something with. So this is another little sketchbook. This was actually just given to me by my cousin, and I started using it one day. I'll see if I can find, I'll start where I started my daily sketching. So we'll start here. So this is when we had a rat. So as you can see, like I sort of, you know, muck around trying different things, trying different styles. And often this is usually the book I use when I only have a few minutes. So I draw, you know, relatively quickly. It's mostly pencils and pen in this book. And you can see there's probably a bit of a theme here. Scribbles, dogs and shells. So, oh, and there's a bit of, this is figuring out some art I was going to do. And fish, I drew some fish as well. Oh yeah, and my chicken, the one that survived the snake attack. That's the end of that one. So this one I sort of worked in on and off over a couple of years, but it's finished now. But yeah, a little book like that is quite handy. So this is just a very cheap sketchbook. What I decided to do with this one, I really like paper collage. So I've basically stuck down pieces of paper collage and then drawn over them. So yeah, this is my abstract sketchbook, shall we say, although that I've made an attempt to make a shell there. But the rest of it is really just playing with colours and shapes and different combinations. Like this I really enjoy. I like fluoro yellow in things. This one's okay, not really my favourite. This is called Cyclone Alfred. I did this when I was just a tiny bit stressed about the cyclone coming. Can you tell? So this sketchbook was actually an accidental purchase. I thought I was buying a normal sketchbook, and instead it's like got this weird shiny paper that you can only use textures on. I don't really have many textures. Okay, I don't have any textures. So I actually took this sketchbook when my daughter had a week-long school holiday activity that I had to go like 2 hours every day over the school holidays. I took some of her textures without her realising, and I basically did a whole lot of sketching for ideas for some patterns that I want to do, like Greek inspired patterns. As you can see, I tend to like using blue and pink and yellow. That's pretty much the colors I like. So yeah, I probably would not buy this type of sketchbook again, just because I'm not a big, you know, felt tip pen person. But it worked really well for that week, and I did manage to fill it. So yeah, that's good. So I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my sketchbooks. Let me know if you've got any questions at all. Just write them in the comments, and hope you're having a great day. Bye.